Call the member for Canberra.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Access to dental care is critically important for people's health. Now, government acknowledges that there are barriers to accessing affordable dental services, and we are committed to the long-term goal of expanding Medicare to dental health services. I want to begin from a story very early in my political career, in fact, when I was running for pre-selection here in Canberra, when I was calling around Labor members to talk to them about supporting me and speaking to a woman who had noticed that I had said that expanding public dental was one of the things I cared about, that she had got to a point where her teeth were so bad and she couldn't afford to get them fixed that it meant that she didn't leave her house, that she was a active Labor Party member who wouldn't even come to the forums or to cast her vote in person for that pre-selection for that reason. And that is absolutely heartbreaking, that someone in our community would come to that point because of their inability to pay for health care. We talked a bit about the issue, and she said she was aware, of course, that there was funding for children to access dental care publicly. And she said, I understand how important this is because as a single mother of 4 now adult children, I understand why that is really important to help children to get dental care. And it just really struck me that, this woman had given so much, not just to her own family, but to our society in raising 4 children, and that is what, we as a community couldn't guarantee her a standard of health care that meant that she could continue to participate in her community. And we can do much better than this, and that story will always stay with me, and it is incredibly important that we do expand public access to dental care. And as I said, this is something our government is committed to in the long term. I also want to acknowledge the work of dentist Dr. Bullock Lamb in my electorate, who was recently awarded the Order of Australia in recognition of her humanitarian dental work internationally and in local charities in our community. Dr. Lamb runs a dental surgery in Braddon and over the past 10 years has regularly travelled to rural Vietnam and Nepal to provide humanitarian dental services. In just a single day during a trip to Vietnam in November 2019, Dr. Lamb and her colleague provided dental examinations for 68 children at a school. But during the COVID pandemic, when Dr. Lamb could not travel overseas, she began providing dental care and funding support to Karunya House for mothers and babies in Canberra, Companion House and Sanjuana, Australia. Dr. Lamb's work has made a difference to so many lives here in our community. I just want to congratulate her again on that really important humanitarian work that she does, which shows just how important this access is. Health ministers have made dental policy reform a priority and are considering funding reform options. In the 23 budget, the government announced $2.1 million over 2 years for immediate developmental work to underpin long-term reform of funding for adult public dental services, and this work is ongoing. Our government is also continuing to work with state and territory colleagues to improve dental care for all Australians. In the 2023-24 budget, the government announced funding of $215.6 million over 2 years to support states and territories in delivering these services. Additionally, the government funds the provision of basic dental services for children from low-income families, aged up to 17 years, through the Child Dental Benefits Schedule. Since its commencement in 2014, the CDBS has provided $3.1 billion in benefits and delivered $51 million worth of services to 3.5 million Australian children. The Albanese government is strengthening Medicare with more Medicare urgent care clinics, more free mental health services, higher Medicare rebates for many common medical tests, and over $160 million for a women's health package. In this budget, we've built on the previous budget's record investment with a further $2.8 billion to strengthen Medicare with more Medicare urgent care clinics, more free mental health services, and a recent investment over 4 years to expand the range of free mental health services so that Australians get the right level of care for their level of need. Labor is the party of Medicare, and we are the party that is going to be there for people who need government support the most, and that is an incredibly important thing that we must never lose sight of. Thank you.